I grew up in upstate New York, and I would say my family's value really influenced who I am as an educator, because my family believed that education was the most important work in the world. And I remember one time when I, as a young child, said something not so positively about a teacher, and my parents said, "You never talk about educators that way." I used to line my dolls up and I used to teach them. So since probably I was 5 years old, I wanted to be a teacher. I started my career as a teacher as a special ed teacher. So then, knowing that I wanted to go into special ed, I came here to University of Oregon because they have a great special ed program. And my very first teaching job was at Douglas Gardens Elementary School in Springfield. So the district I now have the honor of being superintendent of is the same district I started my teaching career in.
When the opportunity came up 3 years ago to become the director of secondary education in Springfield, I did, and I tell people all the time it was the only job I would have applied for because of the focus on secondary schools and the fact that it was Nancy's district.
I work through directors and principals to work with teachers and other staff members to work with kids.
She actually goes to the events. So if I'm in a play, she'd be the one to go see it. If there's a football game, she's the one in the stands cheering for the team. I, on a personal level, really know her as a friend, and I couldn't think of another superintendent that would be more deserving than her.
The nomination for this award came from another superintendent.
Which she totally deserves.
I think the reason I got the award is my ability to really work through other people, to honor all the people, to empower people, to keep an eye on the students, to know that our sole purpose is to help our students know and be able to do everything they can do, and to do it in a way that people feel appreciated, students feel supported, and the community can say what's happening for our children is what we would like to happen.
She's always working. The running joke is the 3-4 o'clock in the morning emails, which is when she starts her day. And so she's she's brilliant, she's incredibly smart, but it's that work ethic that I think we all look around and go, oh my God, how is she doing this? You couple that with her ability to relate to people and her smarts, and you've got the perfect package.
I meet with monthly about 30 students who anything we're doing on the school board or any issues in the district, we discuss them with these students.
Having a student board is really rare, and I don't think it's something that a lot of districts do for their students, and I think it's really important that you have a student voice, especially when making such difficult decisions.
It is a difficult time right now to be in education. What we try to do is to make every moment count, and we really try to, for the moments we're in school, have a real focus on instruction. What I say to people is you don't give up on public education in the hard times. I mean, public education is the great equalizer. We have to work with our communities to understand we do need more resources. My cell phone rang. It was Governor Kitzhaber just asking me if I'd consider being his education policy advisor. My main responsibility has been working with others to really lead that legislation.
She's done a lot of work with the governor, which means there's been work that she hasn't been able to take part in a direct way here in the district, and yet the work has continued. And I think one great example of that is negotiations, where she was involved, but not as closely as she would have been had she been here. There's a point that we all point to where we all looked around and on the second day of bargaining, and everyone was working together to get this thing done, to get an agreement met. We are who Nancy Golden is, and I think when you talk leadership, I think that's an earmark of a great leader, is somebody who, even in their absence, their values and who they are still reflected in the work of the organization.